Your Majesty. I was getting scared to bow down because I got a bald head right there and I think it was going to blind me. The second coming of the eclipse. Okay, let me get my paper out here. I've worked on this thing for years. First of all, I would like to acknowledge one of the greatest people in my life. That would have to be Miss Yvonne Merizino, our principal at Comeaux High School. She actually won Miss America in 1978, and she has still to defend her crown. So. Oh yeah, I gotta start learning bowing now because I teach civics, and we just had a Japanese exchange student that came into my class, and I stuck my hand out. He looked at me like I was the craziest person on the face of this earth, and I forgot, oh, you're Japanese, okay. Now you got it, coach, now you got it. I also want to recognize the living legend, Coach Doug Dodson. Doug looked after me all these years. Thank you for remembering me, my man. I'm glad you didn't throw the black book out the way, so because I needed a job. And of course, Brother Ronald Gunner, one of the greatest linemen that USL ever had. Okay, I want to start off by saying that we have an ordained minister who's our chaplain. And he comes to say a prayer for us every day, and we all knelt down, and he mentioned a verse. He said, "And God said to John, come forth and you shall be granted eternal life." Well, John came in 5th. He's our right defensive tackle, and he won a George Foreman grill. I don't know how he's going to use that. As y'all know, Southside High took a lot of our kids. See, like Ernie Ladd, robbery. Just like the communists, take it. You know? So we lost a good amount of kids. So we had to end up, now the LHSAA does not know anything about what we did, but you're the only people that know what happened, what we did. So what stays in this place, y'all don't go out there and say what we did, okay? We went to an employment agency. And I got some sponsors to pay the $5,000 fee associated with it. And they said, okay, we're going to send you some good kids. I said, okay. Well, here comes June 2nd, a day that will live in infamy. They bring us 2 kids who are cannibals. And we had our dance team that was doing their little routine. They're gonna be some clowns at halftime, so they decided to eat 2 of the clowns. And one said to the other, "Doesn't that clown taste funny to you?" Now get this. I ain't seen nothing yet, it's gonna get better. They had a kid that never played football before, and he asked me, he said, "Can we play football using the I formation?" And I said, "No, not if you're blind." I'm getting close. Okay, now here's the good part here. We had a set of Siamese twins that came to try out. One of them wanted to play wide receiver, and the other one wanted to be a cornerback. And right there, that's guaranteed man-to-man coverage. Well, they couldn't handle it, so they decided to move back to England so that one of them can drive. Get this one here. I'm gonna hurry up. This kid who never played football, he asked if he could wear a cup. And I said, yeah, as long as it doesn't say Solo or Happy Mardi Gras. So we get ready to do weight. We're getting ready to lift weights, starting the preseason program, and our poor center. This is a true story. He had a 45-pound weight drop on his right foot after his girlfriend walked in the weight room and gave him a kiss on his ticklish right ear. Well, that kiss alone cost his folks $45,000. And we'll also be using him as a kicker because he's got a boot that can knock a ball all the way to Connecticut. Let me see what else. I'm almost done. Okay, I'm going to save this one for last. Okay, true story. True story what happened Friday. We went to Walker, okay? We've got a lot of injured kids. We have 26 injuries on both sides of the ball. We had to use a small bus, and we were granted access to park that bus in the handicap zone. And as a matter of fact, the kids that were injured, they all wore their jerseys with no pants on. It kind of looked like the 1969 district championship reunion. So we didn't hardly have a team on the sideline. People were looking at that. That's Comeaux? They're like, yeah. Enjoy the game. So anyway, the downfall to this was we had our quarterback in Livingston Parish. Y'all know where that's at? Oh, yeah. They got some money over there. They built a brand new state-of-the-art artificial turf field and nice stadium, but even the bathrooms look great in this place, you know? Well, the quarterback had problems trying to grip his shoes on the turf. This is brand new. I mean, it was almost like oil. And he didn't know what to do. Well, he wore a size 14, all right? I'm the only guy on the coaching staff that's got a size 14 shoe. So guess what? Coach Doug said, Jack, give him your shoes. We're doing terrible. We give him your shoes. I'm like, okay, I'm 6'4", and I got red socks on. I'm gonna look like Bozo the Clown out there with my doggone socks. And he said, look, I don't care what you look like, give him your shoes. We need something, man. We need a miracle. I'm like, me, a miracle? All right, so here, take my shoes. All right. Well, moments later, he rushed for 4 touchdowns with my shoes. So the point is, whoever we're playing, the only way you're going to stop that guy, you got to steal his shoes. And they mine. Okay, so, and finally, I want to leave you off with this, thank God. I'm a Catholic and I went to confession, like I sinned, right? I told the priest what I did wrong, and he said, what do you do for a living? I said, well, I'm a teacher and a coach. He said, where you coach? I said, coach at Comeaux. He said, Comeaux? I said, yes, sir. He said, don't tell me you're the one that's going to be talking for the Crying Towel. I said, I think I am. He said, son, you're not competing for the Crying Towel. But the way your team's going to be this year, you're competing for a prayer blanket. God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much.